Welcome back to another edition of the 1017 The Bull Boston Dunkin Music Lounge, presented by our friends at Dunkin. I am Brandon Clay from 1017 The Bull, alongside very special guest and good friend of mine, Mr. Chris Ruediger.
I am so happy to be back. What up, Brandon?
Welcome
Thank you,
back.
1017 The Bull, for having me. Let's go.
You're a familiar face of 1017 The Bull. Of course, we've worked together, us alongside with Jessica.
Yes.
We've done a lot together since I first met you. It's been almost a year ago now, I think, right?
Yeah, so when we first met, I think it was like me nonstop emailing you to play my songs on Backyard Country, which they did.
And it worked.
And it worked. And then I'm sure your ratings went down from playing my music. So then you said, okay, we're going to be friends otherwise. But we've done like a bunch of events, because we did an event this past fall for the Pats game. And I think we've just stayed in touch and like talked music here and there. So it's great to be back.
It's cool to always see, because obviously we're wrapping up the year, recognizing and highlighting New England artists and people that are in the country music industry, because I find that so important as New Englanders, because, you know, New England's big, but it's a tight-knit community too. And I feel like you embody that so well with your work in Nashville now. So talk to me about what you're up to now. I feel like, what aren't you doing is the question.
I'm drinking a lot of coffee. So, hey, shout out Dunkin, because you guys fuel my day.
If you need another one, I got you.
Man, so I've been in Nashville for 7 years now, and it's been awesome to work with a lot of other Boston artists that have made the move or trips down there. So I run one of the projects that I run as a collective called the 615 House, and the whole premise of the project was to help promote rising independent artists, some label artists, but we get together and we record and we promote each other's songs. And so over the past couple of years, I've worked with a lot of artists across the country, but also a lot of artists from the New England area. And one of my favorite things to do is we put on live events. I know we've done a couple with you and Jessica coming down, and like having a stage where there's 12 or 15 all New England artists playing songs is pretty cool, because we're all supporting each other, but we're so crazy with travel and writing songs and the life of being an artist. So like to have a moment where we're all in the same room with you guys and your support has been awesome. So thanks.
I feel like it's really cool to see you lay the foundation of what the 615 House was to what it is now. For someone that doesn't know the backstory about the 615 House, and even I feel like I'm not familiar with the backstory and how it all started. You know, walk me through that.
This is a great story. So in COVID, right in March, April, when the pandemic started, I was set to go on tour with several other artists. One artist in particular named Ashley Cook, who recently actually had a #1 song on country radio.
Very happy for
so
her.
That's kind of like a full circle moment. But Ashley and I got together on a call, and we were like, man, we want to help promote each other's music. We should call some of our friends that like also aren't playing live shows but want to connect with people on TikTok and Instagram. And TikTok was new at the time. So we got together, this group, we rented a house, we all did our COVID tests, and we got in and said, all right, we're just going to spend a week together making videos. And it was like the best week for all of us. We everyone's following, you know, grew, and the project really catapulted from there. But I still have like some of these old videos of us first singing, and it's just been amazing to now see that class of artists. I shouted out Ashley Cook, but Cooper Allen was a part of that class, who's been crushing it on tour.
Love his voice.
Priscilla Block was a part of that group.
Wow.
And over the years, I think we've now, you know, we've worked with a handful of artists that have come sort of in different classes and stages, but like it's just one big fun family. And the fact that I still am in touch with them and they come back and support some of the newer artists, it's like, it's really fun. So
I've had the privilege of being able to see the brand grow to other aspects of live events or even the podcast approach, which I thought was really cool, and I still think it's incredible. What, in terms of that and what you've done not only for New England artists, for people in the industry down in Nashville, what's something that you're most proud of with your work that you've done, whether it's for yourself or for someone else? I've always wondered that. It's a deep question, isn't it?
Why is Brandon's asking the hard-hitting questions?
Right? Why
like,
not?
I thought this was an easy interview, and I'm playing some songs.
Here we are, right?
Yeah.
This is a job interview too, by the way.
Man, that is dude. That is a great question. I will say, you know, when we first started, I think a lot of us went through this process. But you look at like the views and the virality and how many followers and people you connect with, and like it's weird because like when you hear 3 million people follow you, you're like, that's a lot of people, but you don't really put it into perspective. And I think what's been the most rewarding has just been like getting back into live shows and live music and seeing people that followed us during what was a difficult time during the pandemic and now come to our performances and maybe support one of the artists that was a part of the project because they discovered them through that time. And so I think it's the actual connection of meeting people and having live shows be back. That's, in my opinion, the most rewarding thing. And that's why we still get on TikTok and Instagram and make these stupid videos. So,
But I mean, just that's the point you mentioned too. It's crazy. It's 4 years since it's been from COVID.
I know.
It's been 4 years already?
It's been 4 years,
my
because
God,
COVID
that's
was
crazy.
into the summer and
March
fall.
of
and
2020.
fall of 2020 is when we started. So,
That is so crazy to think
dude,
about. It's
I'm
been
getting
that
old
long.
out here, man.
You and me both.
It's
Come
crazy,
on
dude.
now.
That's why I got to wear hats, man. I got the receding hairline, but I can grow a beard.
Hey,
so it's
by the
all
way,
good.
you're the
Yeah.
first to see the new haircut. What do we think about it?
I did notice that, and I know that you got it for me, so I do really appreciate that.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I came here for this moment, so you could totally
it's
tell me.
great.
I look
You got
good.
a haircut. I put on a little bit of makeup too. I don't know if the cameras can zoom in and fully
course.
see that,
It's
but
got the full filters on
thank
good.
you to the production crew back there, making sure we look good out here. Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. So, I do want to ask you because I love it's really cool to see growing up in New England.
Yep.
Now, are you a North Shore guy, right?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I grew up in Concord, Massachusetts,
Okay, yep.
but some family lives in Beverly and North Shore as well.
I hear that town's pretty cool too.
Beverly's okay. They're all right.
Yeah,
There's some
good
decent
stuff.
people from there.
Good Dunkin down there. Very
Yeah.
good Dunkin. So what's it like being able to, because we've talked to a lot of people within the industry that are from here, what's it like being able to take the experiences that you've had in New England and being able to grow it to such a larger platform in Nashville, but also, I mean, it's just cool to see what you're doing and just helping other people out, but also growing your brand too.
Yeah, well, the first thing that I love is that because I'm from New England, when I go down to Nashville, I get to brag about our sports teams and all the Super Bowls
Right?
we've had. So
Yeah.
that is the starting point.
Yeah.
But I will say it's been amazing I think there's a unique culture here in New England that comes through with a lot of the songwriting that either myself or other artists have done. And I love seeing, whether it's like Noah Kahn, who is writing a lot about growing up in Vermont, or like Laurie McKenna, who's a fantastic songwriter.
Which, by the way, I didn't realize. I was at a show with Laurie McKenna in the crowd.
Really?
And I didn't know that because I'm very embarrassed that I didn't realize how talented Laurie McKenna was until she went on stage. I was like,
She's
oh my God.
unbelievable.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
And
And she's
she d-
Boston-based, right?
Yeah, so she actually does shows up in Boston. She has like I think
Yeah.
a residency.
Okay.
And I've been to a couple of them, but
Yeah.
she's like phenomenal.
I couldn't believe it.
So all that's to say, like it's cool to be from an area where I think we have a unique experience to write in songs, and then also like the fandom here in Boston, I think carries through like in the sports scene, but also in the music scene. And what I love is whether it's coming back here and playing a show and having, high school, college friends or just the community of supporters of 1017, or just anyone from New England, like come out and champion us as artists is pretty cool. So I think that's what makes, I say Boston, but New England as a whole really unique.
Tell me about your projects that you're doing now. You've been doing a whole lot from artist development to I really think you wear like 19 hats.
Yeah.
Like what are you up to now?
Dude, the best part is I have no idea what I'm doing, which is why I just do it all.
Is that that's why we're here together right now?
Shit, the secret's
there you
out. No, man, it's been fun. Through this project, I get to connect with so many different artists, and one of the positives of social media is that you can connect to people across the world. And I mentioned it, and I'm actually going to surprise him, but there's one artist from Northern Ireland that I'll talk about here in a little bit that has just like really been a fun project to be a part of. And I never would have thought that I would connect with somebody from a different country, even in different states, and that's what's been great. So. Yeah, man, that's most of my time is like I'm either writing and recording myself or I'm helping somebody else write and record music. So
I feel like it's a rare thing to see someone doing both for what you do. You're doing the artist approach, singing a couple songs here. You're helping other artists, like you played Gareth's song just now.
Yeah.
What's it like kind of balancing both?
So as I mentioned, I drink a lot of coffee. I mean, there's the morning shift and the afternoon shift, and then also the evening and the late night shift. But I would say it's just been it's fun for me to like wear different hats. I guess I've always like enjoyed kind of bouncing around, and so for me, like if I get to write a song on Monday, but then go to a meeting to market an artist on Tuesday, like that's fun to me. I don't do well with like sitting still and doing one thing, and so that's been my way of continuing to do what I love in all the different avenues. So yeah, man, it's just a blast.
Who are some names that we should know in the coming year of 2025? Whether it's someone you worked with or someone that's up and coming.
Yeah, I'll give you like a list of 3.
I like that. Okay.
I'm not gonna rank them.
Yeah, but just any 3. I like that.
Just to be friendly. No, but here I will say there are 3 artists that I'm super excited about. One is Abby Anderson. I think that she is incredible, and she had a song on radio a couple years ago called "Make Him Wait," and then she recently put out some new music. She got a song called "Heart on Fire" in Mexico that tells the story of her her family, her grandmother and mom that like lived in Mexico and then moved to Texas to have a better life for her and her sisters. And it's just like a really heartfelt song. So anyway, Abby Anderson will be one. I got to say my boy Graham Barham is putting out some heaters right now.
I need something to change.
Dude, it's so good, man.
When did you see him? Have you seen him recently?
I've seen, yeah. I mean, Graham and I go way back. Graham and I used to be roommates back in Nashville, and just like I really have seen him from like day one, trying to figure out how to do his laundry, which I still don't know if he knows how to do, all the way to like now, having some really awesome success and totally well deserved. So Graham's probably another person I'd love to keep, I'd love for you guys to check out. And then, I mean, lastly, I don't know, there's so many, dude. Like Gareth's awesome. There's a guy named Josiah Siska that we've been developing under the radar who's like super cool and like he's got like the coolest hairdo, and just vibe and like I don't know. There's a lot of people. So
what kind of hair are we talking? I feel like I haven't seen.
Dude, he's got like this long. He's got long hair. Probably goes down like past his shoulders. And he wears a cowboy hat and then he wears these sunglasses. So you don't really ever know what's fully going on. If he's watching this, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, Josiah. But all I know is your music's fantastic, and he's working on a project I believe that's going to come out next year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, in 2025.
That's so cool. Yeah. Well, hey, congratulations, man, on everything. I mean, it's always a pleasure having you here.
Dude, it's awesome being back here. Thanks, and I will say, and I say this every time, but 1017, the fact that you guys champion and support the rising independent artists is so important. And I don't know a lot of places that play original music from local artists. So the fact you guys do back our country sick. Like I have friends that, getting on the radio is like so many people's dream as an artist.
Absolutely.
And I've seen so many videos of people just freaking out about hearing their song on 1017. So it's really cool to watch that like stepping stone for a lot of artists. And so thanks to you.
Well, it goes both ways, I feel like, too, because you're promoting on the digital end, which I think is incredible. You're getting on the streets and on the stages, and I think it's cool that we can help on the back end.
Of course.
Cool.
So well, I like the relationship. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, please. Yes, please don't. If you're staying in New England, you can't go back. All right, you're staying. All right, good.
I'm just here.
All right, last quick thing. We got to do a quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Quick, since you're back in New England, speaking of for a while. Hopefully not. We love you here, so we don't want you to leave.
Okay.
Let's do blind rank these 5 New England things. Okay. So you're notable for doing these on the podcast previously, probably.
Yes,
right? Okay.
I know exactly where this is going. So for those, you're gonna say an item, and then I rank it 1 through 5, and I don't know what comes next, and then we look and see how I did.
You already know the rules of the game.
Let's go, baby.
All right, so it's all gonna be all New England related. Could be a person, could be a place, could be a thing.
Yeah,
could be a noun, basically, right?
Got it.
All
there
right.
we go.
The first one we're gonna throw at you is Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, dude, he had great hair and he was fast and he caught a lot of amazing catches. So I'm gonna go like 3. I'm just gonna right in the middle,
safe,
like a safe 3.
I do like that.
I appreciate you, Damon.
All right, let's throw you for a curveball here already. Let's go with Cape Cod. You're a big Cape guy too.
Dude, I love Cape Cod.
You do.
And
is that number 1 though?
Man, I'm gonna go 2 just because I feel like there could be something a little better, but I'm gonna go 2 for Cape Cod.
That's all right. Now I
Hot take.
gotta see which one I'm gonna throw at you next. Then okay, so if Cape Cod's at 2, where does Tom Brady go? Even though he's not in New England, where's he going?
Man. Dude, Tom Brady's 1 for me. He has to be.
What?
Just because he got traded to Tampa Bay, like I just blocked that out. But 6 Super Bowls, dude. Yeah, I think. Okay, I can't change, right?
No, you can't.
So I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Brady 1.
Yep.
Cape Cod 2. Matt Damon is 3. And now I have 4 and 5.
You're gonna hate what's that number. You're gonna hate the next one is Noah Khan.
We can totally cut this and then rechop it up, right? So I can get this
rules.
right.
I don't know what
dude,
to tell you.
I love Noah, man. I mean, I'll put him at 4, but if I could go back, I would adjust some things.
Well, because the last one that I feel like you're left with at number 5 is clam chowder, which I think is okay to put at 5, right?
Clam chowder, yeah. I will say in Nashville, because I'm missing Boston, I will go to the store and occasionally get clam chowder, and it's terrible. So I think by me having such bad clam chowder in Tennessee, I'm like less excited to have it up here. But I feel like when I have it, I'm then going to realize how good it was, and it's going to jump from like 5 to like number 2.
But it also like depends on the place where you go with too.
It does.
Chowder on the Cape is much better than anything. That would be my number 1.
If you had chowder on the Cape listening to Noah Kahan at a table with Matt Damon and Tom Brady, you'd have a pretty decent summer. That's all I'm saying.
There you have it right there. So Not a bad list. I could have done worse, so I'll give you that. All right, one more time again. Thanks so much, Chris Ruediger, for coming by. It's always a pleasure seeing you and hanging out.
Dude,
man.
it's great to see you. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it, and we'll be back.
Where
soon.
can people keep following you?
Yeah, you guys can follow me online, Chris Ruediger, Ruediger, and as we mentioned, the 615 house. 615 is the area code of Davidson County, and where Nashville is. So 615 house and Chris Ruediger are probably the two best places to see kind of what we got going on. Hey everyone, at 1017 The Bull. My name is Chris Ruediger. It is so great to be back here in Boston and playing some live music for you guys. This first song is a song that I put out a couple years ago. It is called Til It Wasn't. I remember I finally had made it as a recording artist. I put this out, and it went #2 on the iTunes charts, and it actually was played on 1017 The Bull, so I appreciate you guys for that. But my favorite part about it was when I got a check in the mail for all the streams online. It added up to $17.30. So there you have it. But this is a song called Til It Wasn't. It's too late for me to run now, 'cause baby, there you are. Eventually I knew I'd bump into you at our old bar. I've had this conversation in my mind 1,000 times. What I'd say, what I'd do, point the blame, tell the truth, but I can't, 'cause I realize it was good till it wasn't. It was love till it hurt, was forever till it ended. It was fire till we got burned. Yeah, we were everything till we were nothing. It was good till it wasn't. All the memories I have, the good, they outweigh the bad. Like the time we drove to the beach, and almost didn't come back. Oh, but time moved on, and the world went around, and it showed us sometimes things break down. Oh, goodbyes tend to fade, leaving all better days. Girl, that's all I think about. It was good till it wasn't. It was love till it hurt, was forever till it ended. It was fire till we got burned. Yeah, we were everything till we were nothing. It was good till it wasn't. We were who we were, we loved how we loved. It was what it was. It was good till it wasn't. It was good till it wasn't. It was love till it hurt, forever till it ended. It was fire till we got burned. Yeah, we were everything till we were nothing. It was good till it wasn't. It was good till it wasn't. Well, thank you guys for being here. Once again, my name is Chris Ruediger, and this next song is called When You Don't. I put this one out on a project called Leave Us in a Memory. This was one of the singles on that came out toward the end of 2022, but it's still one of my favorite songs to play, and it goes a little something like this. There's a one-way flight headed westbound, couple seats left, haven't booked yet. I know you're gonna, just like you should, girl. There's a one-room studio apartment, practically got your name on. Can't wait to visit and see what I'm missing. Gonna smile and play it off cool, 'cause I know how much it means to you. My heart's gonna break when you're running down the runway. It ain't the same when you're calling on your lunch break. A couple 1,000 miles between us, it seems easier than letting go.
We'll play this game and say it's gonna work out, and this flame ain't ever gonna burn out. Staying or leaving, everything in between comes easy when you know. What about when you don't? I'd be jealous of the California sunsets, but I don't mind staying up talking about your new friends. Someday I'll meet them, and guarantee you're gonna fit right in sundress, beach hair, blue eyes, and that West Coast smile. Oh, you're one in a million, was falling from the beginning. My heart's gonna break when you're running down the runway. It ain't the same when you're calling on your lunch break. A couple thousand miles between us, it seems easier than letting go. We'll play this game and say it's gonna work out, and this flame ain't ever gonna burn out. Oh, but staying or leaving, everything in between comes easy when you know. What about when you don't? What about when you don't? Well, I wish it was a no-brainer, but is goodbye coming now or later? My heart's gonna break when you're running down the runway. It ain't the same when you're calling on your lunch break. A couple thousand miles between us, it seems easier than letting go. We'll play this game and say it's gonna work out, and this flame ain't ever gonna burn out. Oh, but staying or leaving, everything in between comes easy when you know. What about when you don't? What about when you don't? Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you to 1017 The Bull for always being so supportive of my artistry and a lot of other amazing artists in the Boston area. I have to say, this is a pretty cool story, but in the past year, I met a gentleman that lives in Northern Ireland, all the way across the pond, and I heard him online. He was actually singing a Noah Kahan song. No, he did not go to the Fenway concert, but he was singing a Noah Kahan song, and it blew up, and I was like, I got to meet this guy. And so I met him. He now comes to Boston regularly. I think he's actually going to play a show this upcoming year here in Boston, and his name is Gareth, and he's fantastic, and I have gotten to be able to work with him the past year. Brandon at 1017 The Bull has been a huge champion of his. I know he's been playing Gareth on Backyard Country sometimes, and we're really excited about his future. So thanks to Brandon, thanks to The Bull, and in that spirit, I'm going to play a song. He has no idea that I'm doing this, which is going to make this clip even better, but this is my performance of What You Don't Know by Gareth. Here we go. I get nervous when I'm drinking. I start thinking, do I deserve this? Tell me, who am I to teach when I'm still learning? Feels like I ain't even scratched the surface, but mama promised it'd be worth it. Saying all the places that you'll go with that burning in your bones might wind up pissing all alone. But you don't know, can't hold down a rolling stone. But there's a light that leads you home. Might lose your mind or sell your soul, but you don't know what you don't know. You don't know. No, I ain't scared to die, but I'm scared to death. Not living life when that hourglass runs out of time. Yeah, I might not get it right. Yeah, I might not get it right. Just wanna say I tried. Well, all the places that you'll go with that burning in your bones might wind up pissing all alone. But you don't know what you don't know. Can't hold down a rolling stone. There's a light that leads you home. Might lose your mind, sell your soul, but you don't know, buddy, you don't know. You don't know, buddy, you don't know. Oh, saying all the places that you'll go with that burning in your bones might wind up pissing all alone, but you don't know, buddy, you don't know. Can't hold down a rolling stone, but there's a light that leads you home. Might lose your mind or sell your soul, but you don't know, buddy, you don't know. Oh, oh, you don't know, buddy, you don't know. Oh. All right. Thank you guys so much. My name is Chris Ruediger. Thanks for letting me stop by 1017 The Bull, and we will see y'all soon. Thanks.
And that is going to do it for our last end of the year edition for our 1017 The Bull Boston Dunkin Music Lounge. A big thanks to our friends at Dunkin for fueling, of course, myself and Chris Ruediger 4 times today. We will see you again in 2025. I am Brandon Clay from 1017 The Bull. Have a happy new year and happy holidays.